But before we do that, Tulsi Gabbard, everyone's favorite libtard politician, who, you know, was a big Bernie bro. Remember all the Tulsi Gabbard stands in the Bernie audience? Where are they now? She's now hosting the Tucker Carlson broadcast. And she actually had a very fun interview with my favorite politician, George Santos.
Now,
Let's take a look.
Washington has created a culture where it's acceptable to lie to further your own interests. Just
totally new and unique.
Get caught. I should know. I served in Congress for 8 years. But even when these politicians...
Oh, that's so weird that she's like doing Tucker Carlson's like voice too and mannerisms. That's in his cadence.
Do get caught. People just shrug their shoulders and move on. No big deal. No consequences. A few examples. Dick Blumenthal lied about his military service. And of course, Elizabeth Warren. She lied about having Native American heritage. So no one should be surprised that the American people don't trust these politicians. They've got no faith that those in Washington are actually working for the people when they're so clearly working for themselves. Now, there are new accusations that George Santos, who was just elected to represent New York in Congress in this past election, has actually been lying extensively about his own past. Now, he admits to some of these deceptions. For example, Santos acknowledges that he, quote, embellished his resume by saying that he graduated from Baruch College, but he didn't. Now, Santos has also admitted he never actually worked for Citigroup and Goldman Sachs, even though his website suggested that he did. Additionally, Santos once called himself a proud Jew. But in an interview with the New York Post, Santos now says, quote, I am Catholic.
I love this. I love this man. How can you not love this man, bro? He said he was a Ukrainian Jew that escaped, whose parents escaped the Holocaust, bro. I mean, that's crazy. Just absolutely insane.
Because I learned my maternal family had a Jewish background, I said I was Jew-ish. There are other accusations, but now we have the opportunity to hear directly from George Santos himself. This is his very first TV interview since these accusations surfaced. George Santos joins us now. Congressman-elect Santos, thank you for joining us today. First question I really want to ask...
Dude, he's not even wearing glasses. He can see without them? What a fucking fraud!
You, now that all of this has been revealed, is what does the word integrity mean to you?
Well, it would have been funnier if he just like literally like said tropes, like anti-Semitic tropes. You know what I mean? To defend himself, to be like, you know, I was Jewy. That's why I said it. Like to defend himself. He's like, come on.
Tulsi, thank you for having me. You know, to answer your question, integrity is very important. And like I said to the New York Post, embellishing my resume was a mistake.
What does it mean, though? What does it mean? Because the meaning of the word actually matters in practice.
God, that's such a fucking lib-ass way to ask that question. What does the word integrity mean to you? Just fucking cook him already. And I know she will, because everybody was like, oh my God, Pog, Tulsi Gabbard, Pog. Like, she fucking cooked George Santos, Pog. It's like, whatever.
Of course, it means to carry yourself in an honorable way. And I made a mistake. And I think humans are flawed, and we all make mistakes, Tulsi. I think we can all look at ourselves in the mirror and admit that once in our life we made a mistake. I'm having to admit this and that.
Bro, you made like, first of all, just own it, dude. I don't know why he's not continuing with the fucking con man shit. See, this is the problem. He should have just been like, you know, yeah, who amongst us hasn't suffered financially and like lied on a resume? You know what I mean? Like say something like that and then flip it and be like, what do you mean? Like all these libtards lie. Like you pointed out, Elizabeth Warren lied to get a job at Harvard. Harvard literally just like deflect away. Just keep lying. Keep the lies going, dude. I don't know why he didn't just do that.
national television for the whole country to see. And I have the courage to do so because I believe that in order to move past this and move forward and be an effective member of Congress, I have to face my mistakes, and I'm facing them. The reality is,
Donald Trump would have never caved like this baby. Exactly, dude. That's why he's the GOAT. Donald Trump would have immediately been like, lies. I'm smart. Everybody lies on their resume. I'm smart. What's important is I'm going to save this district from liberals. That's why they're coming after me. You're a rhino for also coming after me, Tulsi. Guess what? You're a socialist. You defended Bernie Sanders. We didn't forget. And then turn around and like hit him with another, I don't know, hit him with a second salvo, you know? Be like, libtards lie all the time.
is that I remain committed to doing everything I set forward in my campaign. I'm not a fraud. I'm not a fake. I didn't materialize from thin air.
Everything he said is a lie. Bro, this motherfucker took all of his life experiences and flipped them on its head. He said he owned 13 properties. He's been evicted multiple times, okay? And I don't have an issue with that. Obviously, like, you know, it's fucked up that he was evicted, for sure. Like, but come on. He said he worked with Goldman Sachs. He actually, and he worked at Goldman Sachs and Citigroups. What he actually ended up doing was not work at either of those places, but he claims he worked with them, even though I think that's also false. He actually just worked for a multi-level marketing scheme, an MLM company.
I worked damn hard.
Motherfucker was like, I'm gay. I've been gay my whole life. Turns out was married to a woman, okay, that he kept a secret. Like, he just... Which, by the way, you can be gay and be married to a woman, but it's just like kind of funny that even that was like on shaky ground.
To get where I got my entire life. Life wasn't easy. It didn't start off easy. As I've said it many, many times, I come from abject poverty. I made some mistakes, and I own up to them. And now I want to put this past me so I can deliver for the American people.
The thing is, Congressman-elect, integrity means, yes, carrying yourself with honor, but it means telling the truth, being a person of integrity. And if I were one of those in New York's 3rd District right now that the election is over, and I'm finding out all of these lies that you've told, not just one little lie or one little embellishment, these are blatant lies. My question is, do you have no shame? Do you have no shame in the people who are now, you're asking to trust you to go and be their voice for them, their families, and their kids in Washington?
Tulsi, I can say the same thing about the Democrats and the party. Look at Joe Biden. Joe Biden's been lying to the American people for 40 years. He's the president of the United States.
There Democrats, it is. Let's go. There it is. Shouldn't have even conceded, dude. Shouldn't have even conceded.
Support him. Do they have no shame? I've made this very clear.
This is not about the Democratic Party, though. This is about your relationship, frankly, with the people who've entrusted you to go and fight for them. And I think one of the questions...
His shit's so crazy, even Tulsi isn't buying it. Man, come on. None of these people are real, dude. Like, what do you mean? Tulsi Gabbard is just doing this because, like, she got the green light from Tucker to shit on him. That's it. And they all know nothing is going to come out of this. Calm down, brother. There's no fucking shot. Y'all are crazy. Like, this is just to have a little bit of fun, okay? Just a bit of banter. Okay? It's all performative. For Tulsi, maybe it's because, like, he's gay. So this is a good opportunity for her to cook a gay man on national television.
that really probably hits home.
Yeah, the main... Why am I still charitable to Tulsi? It's because she's hot? Yes, that's it. That's literally the only reason. You are thinking with your penis, okay? I'm sorry. If you, at any given point, could not recognize that Tulsi Gabbard was a fucking absolute lying, performative fucking weirdo, you genuinely were just like, oh, she's hot. That's it.
Home to a lot of people is are you Jewish? We've got a letter that your campaign sent out earlier this year, which reads as follows. As a proud American Jew, I've been to Israel numerous times for educational, business, and leisurely trips. You said there in that letter that you are, quote, a proud American Jew. How do you explain that?
My heritage is Jewish. I've always identified as Jewish. I was raised a practicing Catholic. I think I've gone through this. Even I've not being raised a practicing Jew. I've always joked with friends and circles, even in the campaign, I'd say, guys, I'm Jewish. Remember, I was raised Catholic. So, look, I understand everybody wants to nitpick at me. I'm going to reassure this once and for all. I'm not a facade. I'm not a persona. I haven't.
You know, Hakeem Jeffries is like, bro, I can't believe George Santos did this. Okay? Hakeem Jeffries is just like sitting there so pissed. He's like, fuck, I could have done this the whole time. That's crazy. Okay? Like, you could have done that shit in New York and gotten away with it. I would have fucking done that too. What the fuck? It's like, what? I'm Jewish too. What do you mean? The fuck?
Extensive career that I worked really hard to achieve. And I'm going to deliver from my experience because I remain committed in delivering results for the American people. I can't.
It's like the one religion where you can't, okay? It's like the one fucking religion where, like, you actually have to literally do a lot of work. Okay? It's the one where they don't proselytize. It's the one where they're like, it's maternal lineage. You know what I mean? And he still was like, nope, I'm going for that one.
I campaigned on inflation. I campaigned on crime. I campaigned on education. I campaigned on delivering resolve for the American people. That's what the people of the 3rd Congressional District heard me on and on as I campaigned. Now it's going to be incumbent upon me to deliver on those results. And I look forward to servicing and serving my district. I look forward to serving my people in my district to make sure that they see that this is what
looking for. The results that people are looking for are called into question when you tell blatant lies, not embellishments. And this is, I think, one of the biggest concerns, Congressman-elect, is that you don't really seem to be taking this seriously. You've apologized. You said you've made mistakes, but you've outright lied. A lie is not an embellishment on a resume. You said you worked at Goldman Sachs and Citigroup, but they've said, we've got no record of this guy working for us. You've said you've gone to and graduated from these universities, but they've said, well, we've got no record of that. These are blatant lies, and it calls into question how your constituents and the American people can believe anything that you may say when you are standing on the floor of the House of Representatives, supposedly fighting for them.
It's just incredibly funny that this dude, like, the Democratic Party in New York took such a fat L to this fucking guy of all guys, okay? It's awesome. It's great. Congratulations to the Democratic Party for taking the fattest of L's in their stronghold, in their Democratic stronghold. Sure, Long Island is like very red, whatever. Like, come on, dude. Come the fuck on.
That's the real issue here.
Well, look, I agree with what you're saying. And as I stated, and I continue, we can debate my resume and how I worked with firms such as Goldman and Citigroup.
Is it debatable or is it just false?
We're talking about a safe blue seat, regardless of how fucking conservative the district might be. We're talking about a safe blue seat that he won by 8 points, okay? It was so insane. The Republican Party didn't even realize that this was going to happen. They were like shocked that it happened. So you're out of your mind, okay? It is such a gigantic fuck up. Now, of course, the real thing that you should be focusing on, which I'm surprised Tulsi Gabbard is not hammering him on at all, other than like misdirecting everyone's attention towards his like Jewish background or whatever, is the reality that he got $700,000, okay, from the company that he owns or the company that he works for. And he claims that that's self-financing. How the fuck do you get evicted twice but have $700,000 in personal cash to finance your own campaign? That's what we should be asking questions on. I'm surprised that like the Republicans aren't asking questions about that. Okay, so maybe grill him on that a little bit.
Is it debatable or is it just false?
No, it's not false.
If they don't ask that question, I'm gonna start I'm going to start assuming, okay, that they're doing the Jewish thing, like whether he's Jewish or not, as a misdirection to like make sure that people don't ask that question at all and hyper focus on the weird, funny stuff that wouldn't get him, heavy scrutiny that might get him impeached. Okay? All I'm saying.
False at all. It's debatable. I can sit down and explain to you what you can do in private equity, in capital intro, via servicing limited partners and general partners. And we can have this discussion that's going to go way above the American people's head. But that's not what I campaigned on. I campaigned on delivering results for the American people by lowering inflation. I can sit down, and if you want to have that discussion, I'd be glad to, Tulsi, to explain that to you and make sure that we settle the score.
This is not about settling scores, and I think you just kind of highlighted, I think, my concern and the concern that people at home have. You're saying that this discussion will go way above the heads of the American people, basically insulting their intelligence. So not only are you now backtracking on these lies that you've told, but you're saying that you can't explain it in a way that your constituents would actually be able to understand.
I can explain it in a way if you give me the time. I can easily if you give me the time, I can easily explain it for you.
Bro, you're literally here to explain it. What do you mean if you give me the time? Like, you're not at the top of the hour. There is no 3-minute ad break. You got all the time. This is your moment. You know what I mean? Fuck you guys for ruining my goddamn fucking ad break, okay? Oh, as soon as I fucking talked about it, you were like, literally chat lit up with pagos. At the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break. If you no longer want to see those fucking ads, all you need to do is subscribe, which you can do for $5 or for free. At top of the hour, bot got debated because you guys were rating a segue that never actually came. Okay? I've ruined brains of the youth to be conditioned into thinking that at the top of the hour there's a 3-minute ad break, which is true. There is one. So, guess what? It's happening. Cluepack and Bill Vaughn, thank you for the 8 gifted subs. Cluepack, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Allowing 13 people to no longer see the ads at the top of the hour. It's one way that you can avoid the ads. If you let's say got evicted and then suspiciously finance your campaign to the tune of $700,000, self-finance your campaign, but now you have no money left, then, maybe you can get gifted a sub if you're lucky. If not, use a Twitch Prime. That's free. If not, use a $5 subscription. Here's a 3-minute ad break now, though.
As in when investors are looking for capital and I'm sitting there doing due diligence on the appetite and what they're looking for, right? And we work alongside GPs and LPs to help them place this capital. This is what I was doing, and that's when I worked extensively with these firms and many other firms at my time as I was vice president of Linkbridge Investors. So this isn't a made-up narrative, but I feel like nobody really wants to sit down and talk about it. Everybody just wants to push me and call me a liar. Look, I embellished my resume.
Santos,
I did.
Congressman-elect Santos, we've given you a lot of time. I think the time that is owed is to the people of New York's 3rd. It's hard to imagine how they could possibly trust your explanations when you're not really even willing to admit the depth of your deception to them. Thank you so much for being here and joining us.
Subscribe to the Fox News YouTube channel to catch.
This guy said, wait, I just realized this guy was elected in my district. Bro, the average American voter brain, dude. Look at that. I love that, dude. I love that. There you go. I mean,
Pennsylvania.
That's awesome. That's fire. Like, what? The midterms happened? That's crazy. Angelica KN, thank you for the 5 get the subs. Could technically be under 18 or something. I don't know. Anyway.